Have you ever pondered the mysteries of force, gravity, and inertia? What if we told you that a new principle in physics might hold the answers to these questions? Introducing the closed fluid dynamic principle, a groundbreaking concept brought to you by Muhammad Aslam Musakhail from Pakistan, an independent space researcher. Imagine a room filled entirely with water, with no empty space left. Picture someone moving inside it. As the person moves, the water shifts to fill the space they leave behind, allowing the person to continue moving. This movement is not just at the human scale, it happens at an atomic level too. This simple imagery encapsulates the core idea of the closed fluid dynamic principle. This principle provides a new perspective on the nature of force. We understand force as a push or a pull, but what causes this push or pull? It's the displacement of ether, or the invisible fluid of the universe. With each movement, the ether fills the emptied space, causing a reaction we perceive as force. The closed fluid dynamic principle also gives us a different understanding of gravity. Imagine holding an unwrapped piece of paper flat on your hand. If you move your hand swiftly, the paper doesn't fall. This is due to the force created between the air and your hand, much like gravity works in the universe. The ether keeps matter attached to heavenly bodies like Earth, until it moves. If the Earth were to stop moving, both in revolution and rotation, gravity would cease to exist, and matter would float freely. This principle also has implications for the concept of time dilation. Think of eating an apple while running versus eating it while sitting comfortably. The latter is easier because you're only doing one task. Similarly, an atom at rest can interact with ether freely. However, when an atom moves faster, it has to interact with ether while also moving, making its overall work slower. This slower work rate is perceived as time dilation. What's more, the closed fluid dynamic principle suggests a modification to Newton's third law of motion. Newton's law, which states that for every action there is an equal and opposite reaction, applies to bodies at rest. But for bodies in motion, the principle suggests that the reaction is in the same direction as the action, not the opposite. This explains why a body in space, once moved with certain force, continues moving indefinitely unless stopped. Lastly, this principle provides an explanation for inertia. Consider a runner who stumbles. The upper part of their body falls forward while the lower part stops abruptly. This happens because the lower part no longer interacts with the ether, while the upper part continues to do so, causing an abrupt fall. In essence, the closed fluid dynamic principle offers intriguing insights into the fundamental concepts of physics. It provides a new lens through which we can understand the workings of force, gravity, inertia, and time dilation, reshaping our comprehension of the universe. A physicist named James Russell Farmer from Australia has done further research on it in his book, A Saucerful of Science.